What's up, everybody? Batjack JW coming to you. Well, we got out to the range today and we've got the Rossi Model 62 slide action or pump action 22, or as the my hollow point likes to say, the gallery 22. And it is quite a gun because I like it. It's just like a Carnival gun. I got my safety glasses here given to me by the gun enthusiast. Thank you very much, brother. Keeping my eyes safe, and man, these are great glasses. I love them. I keep good care of them. They work great. So I got a variety of ammo here. I got some standard, your basic Winchester 22, and I got some Aquila, standard velocity, and some subsonic Aquila. So we're gonna go ahead and run through some of this at the Batjack Carnival. How's that? I got a little carnival set up down there, downrange. So to start with, I just wanted to show you some of the differences here. The standard velocity stuff here, the Winchester white box 555 count, is show you the factor of how loud some of this stuff is. So I'm gonna go ahead and load it up here. And how you load it, it's a tube fed gun. So you open up that right there and you see the magazine tube entry, and just kind of, I tilt it up at an angle, let gravity do the work, and you just drop them right in there. I'm only going to load two. This stuff is rather loud, actually, in compared to the subsonics. So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple shots on the steel plate there, the big one, so I don't embarrass myself by missing right off the bat. Okay, here we go. You can hear the sound on how loud these are. Just like that, and that's the cool thing. They just eject right out. You know, with a pump action rifle like this, you don't have to worry about if the 22s are going to cycle or not. You know, if on like a semi-auto where you might have a hiccup or something. So that's the cool thing about this, is it pretty much rocks anything. All right, so now moving over to the Aquila standard velocity stuff, which is supposed to be as equivalent as the Winchester standard. I'm gonna put two in, and just so we can hear the sound difference here. Not necessarily an ammo test, but just kind of turned into that because it's kind of neat to show you all the different sounds that these things make at the different velocities. So here's a standard Aquila. Not quite as ear piercing as the standard Winchester. Okay, now let's load this thing up with the subsonics. And this is my favorite one to shoot right here. I like these because they're not very loud at all. We were lucky enough to get some of these. 22 has not been easy to find out here for cheap wise. So we actually got a hold of this stuff for fairly cheap for the channel. So I believe this thing holds 14 rounds. So I usually just drop them in until I see them pop up. They just kind of slide right in there. It's really cool. For me in movies and everything, you guys know I'm a big movie buff. The remake of Night of the Living Dead, the 1990 version that Tom Savini directed. If you guys don't know who Tom Savini is and a horror genre, I think you should go look him up. But he, they have a Henry. It's like just a Henry rifle in it, and it's a tube-fed rifle. It's not it's a lever action, but it's tube-fed. I've always been intrigued by that, dropping the bullets into the front top end. So this kind of rifle is really neat to have for me. It just kind of reminds me of that. So all right, let's step up to my little makeshift Carnival here, and let's see if we can make some noise, Colorado. Oh, he's gonna be stubborn, isn't he? Finally got that last one, and a can too. I meant to do that. And we're out. Runs out pretty quick when you get the firing rapid fire. This thing also has another feature that I'll show you. It's kind of neat. Go ahead and load up some more of these. Much like the 1897 pump shotgun, if you hold the trigger down and just operate the pump, this thing will spit out the rounds almost like a semi-auto. You wouldn't even believe it if you did it that way. You'd be thinking you had a semi-auto. It's not very accurate, or at least I can't be with it, but I'll go ahead and show it to you anyway. Alright, full. I'll go in there, set that down. And the neat thing about it, the safety feature, is the fact that, hammers down, we know the safe. The way I also do it, if I want to go do something real quick, is after I fire that shot, I won't pump the action on it, so it'll be under a fired shell, basically. So, all right. So if you hold the trigger down, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a couple, but if you hold the trigger down and just work the pump, I'll show you. You can slide away at it pretty fast. Again, not very accurate, but those little buggers are hard to hit, I tell you. And you got the little ram there, like a Carnival ram. Alright, so let's load it up again, and downrange I got a card on edge, and let's see if we can even get a little good here with it and split that card on edge. These things are really fun, and the Rossi 62 is just a copy of the Winchester 62. The Winchester 62 was quite a gun, and they used them in Carnival games. They used to shoot the little red dot out, and they'd be dragging people back there trying to get them to spend more money. And I like my Hollow Point story on that. He would just sit there and watch these guys blow their whole paycheck on that kind of stuff. So, all right, so let's go ahead and go up front there and see if we can do one of these for you on camera. Of course, when you turn on the camera, everything goes wrong. So now I want to get a little close so I can see it, but it's on top of that fruit right there. Let's go ahead and show you the card first, so you know I'm not making it up. So we got it right here. It's the Jack of Spades slid in right there on the fruit. Let's go ahead and cut Jack in half. See if we can even do it. All right, here we go. All right, going in. And she went down. Okay, so like I said, I'm not gonna pump it. I'm gonna leave the hammer down. So there's an empty shell in there, so it's safe. Because there really is no safety on this thing. There's a half cock, but not really a safe. All right, here's part of it.
Other part.
Oh.
Up.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Ah, here it is. That's a clean cut right in half. Try not to be unsafe with the rifle here, but and the neat thing about this is there's enough missing in the center to where it's a size of a 22 bullet. All right, so okay. Let's go ahead and dump a few more of these rounds right here. Show you kind of a little closer up. Now, shooting steel, these things are at an angle, so the ricochets are not going to come back at you. You just blaze away. All right, well, there she is. Slide action or pump action Rossi Model 62. I have always wanted one of these things. The story of how I acquired it is quite interesting. I'll save that for a story of a gun episode, because it's quite funny, as most of my little adventures on buying some of these guns are funny. But anyway, I've always wanted one. Back when I was working with my friend and we was talking about pump action 22s, and I was looking at a Henry, and he kept telling me, no, get a 62, Rossi 62 or a Winchester 62. And So the funny thing is, while we were talking about that, and I started looking them up, and I started to check them out, and I was like, yeah, actually, that's a pretty sexy looking gun. It really is. It looks like a BB gun almost, but it's really sexy. It's really slick. I like how skinny everything is. I was working at the shop, and I was refinishing a gun. All I had really was the barrel and receiver and parts. I didn't have any of the wood. I was working on it as a project. We were trying to fix it up for a customer, and lo and behold, that was an actual Winchester 62 that I was working on. Didn't even know it. Once I got finished with it, the boss gave me the rest of the parts of the gun. I put it back together, and I went, wait a minute, that's the gun I wanted. So that, yeah, I've always wanted one of these things, and I came across it on accident, really. The story's quite funny. I'll save that again, like I said. But there it is. The Rossi 62 slide action. It's a really cool rifle. Deadly accurate, as you see, splitting the cards and everything. You'll see more of this gun on the channel, more action with it. We'll get going with it and do some more videos, but just wanted to initially just show it to you. I think it's a really cool gun. Tube fed, slide action. It doesn't get any better than that. It's a really slick gun. I mean, you can just see how slick that action is, just like that. Real nice. Takedown notch right here, just unscrew that, gun comes apart, take out the bolt and clean it. It's fairly easy to clean, nice to maintain, and I like it. Wish 22s was cheaper and more available. I'd shoot a lot more. But anyway, Bad Jack JW signing off for now. That's a Rossi 62 slide action carbine rifle. It's not really a carbine, it's a 23-inch barrel, but slide action or pump action 22. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. If you guys made it this far. Well, right there I got a bottle of it's pressurized because of the paint and special mixtures we made for the Halloween videos. It kind of got left out, and it's probably fermented a little bit and definitely under pressure. Well, I'm going to take a chance and shoot it with the Rossi 62. Here we go. Let's hopefully, maybe we should back up a bit because I don't want to get splattered with that juice. Okay, let's all right, let's see. We're taking a chance here. Oh, there it is. Now that is interesting. Oh, there it is. Blue paint. Oh yeah, that's I guess I let out a little secret for the movies, huh? Because they were black and white, we didn't use red blood. Catch you guys later.